Making a midweek chili doesn't have to take all day. An Instapot makes it easy and quick. All you need is 30 minutes to make the perfect chili. I have all my ingredients prepped and ready. Let's get started. I've peeled a yellow onion and I'm just going to cut it in half. I just want to show you how to dice an onion. I'm just coming over the onion and then I'm just going to come inside, so inside a small amount. And now we can have dice. We're not looking for fine dice, it's not a sauce, but just something that's going to cook evenly. I want to show you how I like to slice a pepper. I slice the top off and then I come across it. See the way I'm coming across? This way we get no wastage. When it comes to dicing the pepper, we want a very similar size to the onion, because remember, when we're eating it, we want a bit of the tomato, we want a bit of the beef, we want some of the onion. So having them uniform size will help us. Fresh garlic adds a tremendous amount of flavour to a beef chili. I like to just bash them on the side and run the knife through. It doesn't have to be super fine, but just chopped quite small. Using my favourite friend, the bench scraper, I'm going to place this into a bowl. I'm going to add some baking soda to some water. This is going to change the pH of the meat. It's going to add an alkalization to the beef. When we have beef chilies, quite often the beef is dry. By adding a small amount of water and baking soda, it's a game changer. You'll notice that your beef stays nice and juicy. It really does change the finished dish. Let's preheat our Instapot. We're going to put it onto saute, because when we cook those vegetables, there's no need for us to have to put a frying pan on. We can just use our Instapot. I'm adding some oil and I'm going to add the peppers and the onions. And we're just going to let these cook for about 3 to 5 minutes just to sweat them out. I'm going to season with a little bit of salt, which helps draw out some of that water, and a small amount of pepper. Just letting these cook for a few minutes. Now we can add that chopped garlic and let that cook for about 30 to 60 seconds. At this stage, we're going to add the spices. This is called blooming the spices. It's something you always should do. When you bloom the spices in oil, they're 10 times more flavorful than what they are when you add them to water. So always remember to cook your spices. I'm going to add some beer. You could add some stock if you wanted to. Some diced tomatoes are going to go into the mixture. Give that a stir. And now I'm adding the beans, and these are just some canned beans that have been rinsed. These work out really well, and because of the short cooking, the beans don't split open. And now we're going to add the beef. Now as you look in, they may not look that there's too much sauce, but please remember there's going to be a lot of water content comes out that beef. A small amount more pepper, and this is ready to cook. So let's place the lid on, and then we're going to set the timer. Now remember, this is an Instapot. This only takes about 9 minutes. Yes, 9 minutes and you can have the perfect beef chili. After the pressure has been released, you can see that the sauce has got this lovely thickness. Remember before where it didn't look too juicy? Now you can see it's got a lovely sauce. I like to add fresh lime juice to brighten this beef chili up. And there's many ways you can serve this, but for me, I like to add a little bit of avocado puree, maybe a couple of slices of jalapeno, a little bit of cilantro, and even a piece of cornbread, bit of pepper, and don't forget a small amount of lime juice. And there you have what I will say is one of the best Instapot beef chilies you'll ever taste. And guess what? It was made in such a short time.